How's everyone today? It's Chris here from techtablets.com. A lot of people have been asking me if I could please compare the Onda V919 Air 3G to the iPad Air. Now, for a while, I didn't actually have an iPad at all. I don't really like Apple products. Well, I like their hardware, but I don't like their iTunes. It's really annoying. Anyway, I've got in front of me here now, I picked one up from the store today, an Apple Air. And I'll just show you the difference between the two devices physically here. You can see that Onda actually copied the Apple box, the style of it, even the look of it. It looked very similar. Look at this. This is the Apple. That's the Onda. And you can see that size-wise they're almost the same, but very similar. Onda was copying that. You can clearly see that. They're pretty much not afraid the fact that their device, their tablet is a clone. Tend to be pushing that, but you can see here are the two of this side by side. Unfortunately, I haven't got much battery on my Onda here. I'm only on basically 5%, so I can't really get into any gaming or anything. I'll do that in another video, so please do subscribe. Anyway, we'll quickly just go over. So we have here on the left, that's the iPad Air, first generation. And this here is the Onda. And the screens are both using the same exact hardware. And if you look here, both of them do have that rather annoying gap between the screen and the glass touchscreen on the top. If the camera will focus, you can see there is a gap. There's a gap here. If you hopefully you can pick that up on the camera. It's about 1 millimeter or so. And that's actually pretty much the same on both of these. This here is the Onda now. It's not a laminated screen. Of course, if you do want that laminated screen, you need to move up to the Air 2, which does have that. So you have that kind of hollowy, flexible glass sandwiches. Similar on both of the tablets. When it comes to the actual physical thickness of them, you can see here that the Onda, which is on the top, is slightly thicker. Well, quite a bit thicker. I'd say about another millimeter. Hopefully that is coming out on the camera. Okay, and port layout is exactly the same. Onda have copied the Air completely when it comes to the speakers. Same kind of layout, but you see that the port is actually a little bit higher on the Onda. So if you were trying to use the cases, it could be a little bit of a tight squeeze. You might have to cut that away a little bit. And if you have a look on the right side, very similar. Sorry if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. So almost identical. We do have the separation on the up and down volume rocker on the Apple. And you have the power button here, but that would probably fit a lot of cases with a little bit of work. And when it comes to the cameras, you can see here that it is in the same position, more or less, meaning that some of the Apple products or Apple cases will probably work just fine. But you're going to have to cut maybe a hole here for the power and unlock button on the Air, the Apple. And of course you've got the microphones here. Now the Apple is good in terms of hardware quality. The Apple of course is superior. But we are talking about a device that's twice as much, costs twice as much as the Onda here. But the Onda doesn't creak or make any noises. The Apple Air iPad Air is very solid. Feels nice in your hand. There are no complaints. It is really, really nice. And the Air 2 is even better, slightly slimmer. And as I mentioned, it does have that laminated display without that gap. Something which my Surface 3 Pro in the background there has too. That is a whole nother league of its own too, the Surface. So they both have that kind of home button. Onda's copied that. but slightly different. It's captive, it does light up. And of course they're both running different operating systems here. But I will get into, on another video, I will try the similar games. I will try Real Racing 3 on both of the devices, see what kind of difference there is in power. Definitely the Apple should win there. But it's twice as much. This is only the 16GB version too. And I think my Onda here is completely dead. Battery's right down, so it's not even unlocking. So I'm going to have to do that in another video, sorry. But please do subscribe. And if you did like this video, just comparing them physically, please give me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.